Hey guys, good morning. Today I want to talk about the Alef implant. I've received a message from one of the distributors and he has a lot of sellers, he has many sellers and they want to know more about the Alef implant. From start to finish, I will give you a full information about the product so you can use it for your sales, okay? Let's start with the basic. This is the Alef implant, the new package. It comes in a mountless packaging. It's a new package. We started using it, I think, in the end of last year. It's an improvement from the double tube package that we had in the past. We now have a single tube package. It comes like that. Okay, it comes sealed, of course. And the single tube package is a patented package. It endures more strength in terms of delivery by air, by sea. It can withstand a lot of force, and it contains the implant and protects it much better. Then you have here the cover screw in case the doctor needs it, of course, and inside the sleeve you have the implant. Now we have a titanium sleeve made of the same material as the implant in order to avoid contamination between the material. In the past we had a plastic material which has carbon, and the carbon over time can be transferred to the implant and contaminate it, which is obviously not a good thing. So we have a titanium sleeve that protects the implant and also made of the same material. It's more expensive, of course, but it also protects the implants better and also serves as a better material for the implant. Okay, so then we have three types of drivers. We have the motor driver that we can use directly with the motor, which we didn't have it in the past. You can use by hand. We have the manual driver, so you can use it like in the past, and we have, of course, the ratchet driver to use with the ratchet. That's about it for the package. Inside on the package you can see all the information of the implant, okay? And the reason we changed the package, it was for improvement of the old package and also in order to receive the CE MDR certificates, which are much more strict and require better packaging, require more upgraded package compared to the past. So let's talk about quality control, okay? The implants are registered and sold in many different countries worldwide. To do that, you need to make regulation control and quality assurance in order to comply with this kind of strict regulations. So we have FDA, we have CE MDR, we have ISO, medical ISO, of course, we have TGA for Australia, we have COFEPRIS for Mexico, we have CDSCO for India, and we have also other regional certificates, regional registrations for each country, because each country has a different requirement. For example, in Israel you have AMAR certificate, which is the local registration. But the most important certificate, you need to understand that it's the CE MDR. This is the gold standard for regulation control. When you have CE MDR, you know that the product is being regularly tested, okay, for quality control, for cleanliness of the implant, for surface treatment residues, and for many other tests that are being tested regularly, okay? It's very important to understand that if a company has only FDA, it's not as serious and as important as the CE. The CE MDR is the gold standard. FDA is very easy to obtain. Any company with a little bit of time and some documents can achieve it. So it's not something that you should pay attention to. And if a dentist is using another brand, you can use it to your advantage, and you can say, hey, they only have FDA. It's really not as important and as strict as the CE MDR. Okay, let's talk about the implant itself. Material. The material, like the sleeve, like the implant, is titanium grade 5. There are two types of titanium, grade 4, which is pure titanium, and grade 5, which is the one we use. There are many other types of titanium. I mean, only in the implant world, that's what most commonly used. Titanium grade 4, titanium grade 5 are pretty much similar. They are biocompatible, they are strong. Each has its own unique properties, but basically they serve the same purpose. For implants, not only dental implants, also orthopedic implants, most of the time we use grade 5 because it's a titanium alloy. It's not a pure titanium, and it is stronger than the titanium grade 4. Some companies say our titanium is pure, it's better. This is bullshit, of course. The differences are very, very small, okay? But on smaller implants like the 3.5 millimeter, Nobel Active, for example, I know they have a lot of fractures in this type of implants because they use grade 4. If they would use grade 5, they would have lower chances of fractures, okay? But again, the differences are very small. If you want, I can send you later an article about it so you can read the differences just to understand. Then let's talk about connection. The implant connection is internal X, very simple, very straightforward, very popular worldwide, started by Zimmer a long time ago. Now many companies use the same internal X. The biggest advantage of the internal X is you can use the same platform, one single platform for across all implant diameters. So if you are using an implant of 6 millimeter, an implant of 3.5 millimeter, you have the same platform for that implant and you can use the same abutment. So if you take one abutment randomly, it will fit your implant, which is very nice and reduces stock complexity. You need less inventory, and it also reduces chances for errors in terms of misplaced components while in surgery, or if you are working with dentists, they have a lot of mess sometimes in their clinic and in their practice, and they don't know which abutment fit which implant. So it reduces the chances of errors. Okay, it's a very big advantage, and it's one of the biggest advantages of the Alef implant. Let's talk about surface treatment, SLA. There are several types of surface treatments worldwide. Okay, the most important thing to notice is that the surface treatment is used in order to create more growth, more bone growth, in order to create better also integration, and all surface treatment achieve that. How do you know that a company has a good product? If the company is working for many years and you see customers coming back constantly and using the same product constantly over time, over 5 years, over 10 years, the product is good, because if they had problems, the dentist would replace the brand for another. There are so many brands in the market. Obviously, there are so many competitors. If something doesn't work very well for someone, they will change it immediately. Okay, so that's one good green flag to notice when you're working with a company. So if a company is working for many years successfully, then the product is probably good. The SLA surface treatment is sandblasted and etched in acid. Then after that, it is cleaned, of course, in special processes, and the whole point of the process is just to make the implant also integrate better. I've read numerous articles about surface treatments, and I can safely say that SLA is one of the most researched and safe surface treatment to use in the world, and it is used by many different companies, but they call it in different names. Some call it advanced SLA, some call it in a specific unique name, but it's only for marketing purposes. Okay, they just take the SLA and they're doing some variation of it, and they call it in a different name to have better marketing, to increase their sales. Some companies even sell the same product, the same implant in different type of surface treatments. Eventually, if one of the surface treatment would be better, then they would use it